Hey everybody, it's Charlie. It is July 27th, Monday. Um, you know, for most people who subscribe to this channel, you know I live in Montana, smaller state. Our unemployment level isn't as bad as the national average. And I pretty much have a general feel for how most business owners and managers feel or their perception of the economy locally and nationally. But I had a real disheartening experience this weekend. I spent the weekend in Denver, obviously a larger city, and the evidence of economic trouble is everywhere down there. I mean, all you have to do is, go out to one of the multitude of suburbs and go to some of the strip malls or some of the malls, and you'll see, going out of business, liquidating inventory signs everywhere, 40, 50, 80, 90% off. And you can see the signs of economic distress everywhere. And when you talk to business owners or managers, which I did this weekend, you'll find that a lot of them are at 50% of the capacity of workforce that they would normally have. So skeleton crews in the middle of the summer, and their optimism for a Christmas season and a holiday season to bail them out is non-existent. I mean, they know what's coming. They know that they're going to have to start entering into Christmas specials in August, so they have some sort of hope in getting any kind of profit for this year. Most of them aren't going to get it. And a lot of these are the same retailers that are financing their inventories and financing their payroll and financing their shipping costs through banks like CIT, who's about to go belly up, and we're not going to save them. I mean, they're obviously too small to save, even though they represent financing to over 1 million companies, 300,000 retailers. But we're just going to let them go under. The disheartening portion of my trip was in talking to regular people down there. And, you can, it's amazing. It's amazing to me that I can talk to a person or a couple and just see this dumbed down, glazed over look in their eyes. However, they can tell me that the Dow Jones closed above 9,000. No freaking clue what that means to them, what that means, what composes the Dow, how many companies compose it, what's leading the Dow. They don't have a clue. All they know is if they hear on a 30-second news break at the top of the hour on their local radio station, they'll hear that, hey, great news, the Dow was up today, closed to 9,041 points. So what does it tell them? Well, what does it reinforce? That the bailouts work, that the stimulus is working. And it makes you want to shake these people and say, do you realize we're over $1 trillion in debt this year alone already? Do you realize the American people got $13.8 trillion of garbage, and the banks got $13.8 trillion of cold hard cash? And we get the garbage, they get the cash, and they're holding it? They're not lending it? It's not coming back into the system? And even if it did, it's money that was given to them for nothing, for a bunch of garbage collateral that they're going to lend back to you. They don't care. It just doesn't matter, because they can go buy themselves a brand new workout outfit for 40% off. That's what they care about. They care about continuing their consumer lifestyle, and until the actual hammer falls and hits them in the head that the game is over, they're not going to comprehend it or believe it. And if anybody tells them anything different, then that person is, you name it. You name your adjective that you want to label that person to justify in your mind not listening to somebody trying to bring some truth and reality into your life. And that's what happens. And so, people have sent me numerous messages on how they're discouraged in talking to their friends and to their family. And to some extent, I've become insulated from that because the majority of the people that I talk to on a day-to-day basis feel the same way I do, and as well as all the subscribers I have and all the messages I get. You people feel a lot like I do and reinforce what I see and reinforce what I say in these videos. But when I had a chance to get outside of my own little bubble, I was horrified. It's maddening to me. It's insanity. And that's why I personally think that nothing short of a miracle is going to bring the people to an awakening that will save us from absolute government takeover of every industry in our economy, as well as total power given to the Federal Reserve to dictate what business makes it and what business fails. I mean, it's beyond handwriting on the wall. It's a populace that doesn't care. They don't care enough. They don't care enough to think outside of the tagline that's on a political ad campaign. And that's what our whole government system now is turned into. It's nonstop campaigning. Right now, Tim Geithner is globetrotting, campaigning to other countries to keep continuing to buy our debt. Record after record worth of debt sales happening. Ben Bernanke is on television having town hall meetings by the Federal Reserve Chairman, trying to bolster his image and his reputation so he can have yet another term as Fed Chairman and bolster his chances for getting legislation passed to give him even more power over the economy. A never-ending campaign by our president on the legislation of the week, be it cap and trade or be it healthcare reform. It's never-ending, and it's designed to be spoon-fed to a bunch of kindergartners. And I hate to say this, but that's the vast majority of the voting public, the vast majority of the people who are going to be mostly affected by this are just a bunch of kindergartners that are going to be led by the hand and told what to do, where to work, what to eat, how to live, where to live, who to give your money to, how to spend it, who to love, who to hate, who lives, who dies. A bunch of sheep, and that's exactly what they deserve to be, because they refuse to open their eyes. That's all I got.